everybody, this is Rabbi Wagshol, and I'm really excited because today we are going to interview Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe our teacher, at the site of the Mishkan. Today is the inauguration of Aaron, the Kohen Gadol, the high priest and the brother of Moshe, and his sons. It's the 8th day after 7 days that Moshe did all of the work in the Mishkan. And here we have Moshe himself to tell us all about it.
Hello, kids. How are you today? It's me, Moshe Rabbeinu. Yes, I've come back from the past to tell you about this week's Parsha, Parsha Shemini. The 8th day was when my brother Aaron finally got to actually serve as the Kohen Gadol. For the first 7 days, I, Moshe, dressed in a white robe, did all the work. But after those 7 days, Aaron got to take over on the 8th day. The number 8 represents higher than nature, represents miracles. It represents being close to Hashem.
Oh, like the number 7 represents the week and the 7 years in a Shemitah cycle, all the normal things, right?
That's right. But the number 8 is miracles.
Oh, like the days of Hanukkah.
That's correct. Also, when Mashiach comes, the harp that the Levim will play in the Beis HaMikdash will have 8 strings.
Wow, so Mashiach is also symbolized by the number 8.
Yes, 8 is a very holy number.
What exactly did Aaron do on this day?
Well, first of all, as you can see behind me over there.
Oh yes. Cool. So is that Aaron?
Yes, that's Aaron. See how he's dressed up in the Shmona Begadim, in the 8 garments. He's got a bull, a young bull, as a sin offering.
A sin offering? Did Aaron do some sins?
Well, not really, but during the time of the golden calf, Aaron sort of helped the Jews make the golden calf.
Yeah, but I heard Moshe Rabbeinu, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I heard that he was sort of forced into that. He didn't really mean to do that. He was trying to delay the people until you came down.
Yes, that is absolutely true, 100%. But still, he still had to ask forgiveness for himself and the Jewish people for that terrible event that happened. So that's why the first offering was a young bull like the golden calf, and also an olah of a ram.
Oh yes, I see he's got a ram over there as well. Wow, that is fantastic. That is pretty cool that the Mishkan is forgiving the Jewish people for the sin of the golden calf. Oh, now Moshe Rabbeinu, I noticed that there's some more people coming behind me. What's going on over there?
Hashem commanded that the Jewish people should also offer special korbanos on this special day. And the regular offerings for Rosh Chodesh, because today is the 1st of Nisan. Did I mention that?
No, we didn't mention that. So the 8th day when Aaron took over was the 1st day of the month of Nisan.
And so after all of these offerings were brought, Hashem was going to come down from Shemayim and reveal himself to the Jewish people and rest on the Mishkan.
Wow, how is that going to happen? How could they see Hashem? I mean, Hashem doesn't have a body or anything, right?
No, but Hashem is going to show himself by making a miracle happen.
Ooh, what type of miracle?
A big fire would come down from Shemayim in the shape of a lion, according to the Midrash, and consume the offering on the Mizbeach.
And so then, after that, then Hashem sent the fire down.
No, not exactly.
No, not exactly. Well, what happened?
Well, Aaron and I had to go into the Mishkan first.
Why did you go into the Mishkan?
Well, according to some commentaries, I went in with Aaron to show him how to make the Ketores.
Oh, okay. And what about other commentaries? Was there something else that you were doing in the Mishkan?
Well, according to other commentaries, Aaron, my brother, had a little embarrassing moment. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, what? Please tell our viewers what we want to know. It's Torah. We want to learn.
Well, Aaron was very embarrassed. He saw that he did all of the work and Hashem did not come to rest on the Mishkan yet. And Aaron was worried that it was because of his sins that Hashem was not coming. And he complained to me and said, Moshe, my brother, you embarrassed me.
So we went inside and we davened to Hashem. Hashem, please send your fire from heaven so that everyone will know that you chose Aaron to be your Kohen. And then, whoa, Hashem sent the fire from heaven. And when all the Jews saw that, they bowed down to the ground. They fell on their faces, and they were so happy. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. That's so great. And, oh my gosh. Look, I see it happening behind me. Quick, fall down on your face. Woo! Well, boys and girls, we're back over here. I'm reporting on a very sad event. Unfortunately, it didn't really go as well as planned on the 8th day. You see, something not so good happened. We're going to be interviewing Rabbi Parsha to come and tell us about it.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Yeah, it's me, Rabbi Parsha. What do you want to know?
Well, Rabbi Parsha, what's going on behind me? I see two Kohanim with fire pans, and I heard that they're bringing an unauthorized sacrifice.
Yes, those in the picture are Nadav and Avihu, two sons of Aharon. They made a big mistake, and they were punished on the 8th day, on the happiest day of Aaron's life. When he became the Kohen Gadol, he also became one of the saddest days of his life.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, he had 4 sons, Nadav, Avihu, Elazar, and Isamar. Nadav and Avihu, they were really, really special boys. They were very holy. They loved Hashem. They never got married, according to the Gemara, because they only wanted to serve Hashem. They didn't want to waste any time raising a family or getting married.
Oh, interesting.
And on the day when Hashem revealed himself, they wanted to come closer to Hashem. They were jealous that they didn't get to go inside and give Hashem a korban inside the Mishkan. And so they took pans of ketores, of special incense, and they went into the Mishkan.
So what happened, Rabbi Parsha? This sounds really scary.
Well, according to the Midrash, a fire went out from Hashem, 2 strands of fire, and went into their nose, into their nostrils, and took out their neshama, their soul, and went up to heaven.
Oh my gosh. So they died?
Yes, they died. It was very sad. On that holy day, when everyone was happy for Aaron and his sons taking over, 2 of Aaron's 4 sons died.
Oy vey. So what happened next?
Well, Moshe Rabbeinu tried to comfort his brother Aaron, and he said, when Hashem said, Bikrovai ekadesh, from my holy, those who are close to me, I will become holy. Hashem was talking about your 2 sons, that they're so close to me, and now everybody will know how holy the Mishkan is, that you don't go there without permission, and that's why Hashem's name will become great on this day. And Aaron was very sad, but he did not say anything. Vayidom Aharon, and Aaron was quiet. Why was he quiet? Did he cry? No, he didn't say a word.
Why?
Aaron accepted what Hashem did and did not say any questions against Hashem. He trusted Hashem that whatever Hashem does is the right thing, even if it hurts a lot. And Aaron got a reward. Hashem spoke to him and told him the next mitzvahs in the Parsha. Just to him, Hashem called him and spoke to him directly. Now Moshe called to their cousins, who were Leviim, who were able to come and become Tamei, Mishael and Elzaphon, the sons of Uziel, the brother of sons of Uziel, the cousins of Moshe and Aaron, and they took them out Mishkan, and they were still, their clothes of Kohanim were still not burnt, only their neshamot were burnt.
Wow, Chaim, where are you coming from? Looks like a very fancy party you're coming from there.
Oh yeah, I just came from a wedding.
Oh wow, wedding. That's so nice. Anything interesting happen at the wedding?
Well, actually something pretty sad.
Whoa, what happened? What happened sad? Well, there was somebody who passed away at the wedding. Oy vey, a person passed away at the wedding. Oy gaval, that's terrible news. What did they do? Did the whole wedding stop? Well, actually, quickly, the rabbi who was there instructed some people that they should quickly take away the person in the Hatzalah, in the ambulance, and take them away as fast as possible before the Kala and the Chassan see, and so their wedding day should not be spoiled. But that's strange. If something sad happens, shouldn't everyone stop and cry and be sad? Well, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It will never happen again. This is their wedding day. If we stopped and were sad on that day, then that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity would be ruined forever. Oh, hey, Chaim, that reminds me of something in the Parsha. You're always remembering things in the Parsha. What does it remind you of, Rabbi? Well, it reminds me of the time when Aaron, the Kohen Gadol, lost his 2 sons in the Parsha, and Hashem commanded him through Moshe not to be sad on that day, not to show sadness. Usually someone who their close relative passes away, they don't get haircuts, they let their hair grow very long, they tear their clothing, right? And they don't wash their clothes and other things. Well, Aaron was told to make sure that he looked good and make sure that he did not tear his clothing, and that way the other Jewish people will cry about their special leaders, Nadav and Avihu, that died. But Aaron, this was his special day that he became the Kohen Gadol, and he couldn't allow it to be spoiled with sadness. This is also Hashem's special day of showing himself in the world. Now I understand. Thank you, Rabbi Wagshel. Thank you. Where are you going, Mr. Cohen? Welcome to my wine cellar. Oh, wow, what a cool place over here. Looks like you got a lot of wine over here. What are you doing with all this wine? I'm going to get my favorite wine for Shabbos, for Shabbat. I love to drink a nice wine on Shabbat. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, it reminds me of the Parsha that the Jewish people were told that the Kohanim are not allowed to have any wine. Oh, yes. After the very tragic death of Nadav and Avihu, who, according to some opinions, they drank wine and they went into the Mishkan. Hashem said, a reminder, no drinking wine and coming into the Mishkan. Actually, there is some opinions, luckily that's not the halacha, otherwise I couldn't drink wine because I'm a Kohen, that a Kohen is not allowed to drink any wine. What? Why not? Because Mashiach could come very soon, in the amount of time it takes for him to get sober, to feel better, and then a Kohen is not allowed to do the work in the Beis HaMikdash, and he won't be able to serve. Wait a second. If Mashiach comes right now, won't it take a very long time for us to have a Beis HaMikdash and for you to go and serve in the Beis HaMikdash? Well, Hashem could redeem the Jewish people in the blink of an eye. Like that. And how long does it take for the effects of drinking wine to go away? Well, between 18 and 24 minutes. Whoa! So in between 18 and 24 minutes, we could be standing at the Beis HaMikdash with Mashiach. Yep. That is amazing. We want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach now. We want Mashiach now. We don't want to wait. Hey! Okay, but meanwhile, the halacha is that you could drink wine, right? Yes, Kohen is allowed to drink wine, yes. We also learn from those psukim that a judge who judges the Jewish people may not drink wine and judge. Oh, why not? Well, you wouldn't want a drunken guy judging your case. He might make the wrong person guilty or innocent. Very good point. Thank you so much. And it's a very serious penalty if a Kohen drinks wine and goes into the Beis HaMikdash. He is chayev misa, he gets a death penalty. Ooh, ouch. Not a good idea. Thank you so much, Mr. Cohen, for teaching us those laws. No problem. I gotta go now and select my favorite wine for Shabbos. Bye-bye, kids. Hello, boys and girls, and here we are back at the Mishkan for... I'm so angry. 1 second. Excuse me, sir. We're in the middle of a puppet show here. I'm so upset. I'm so angry. Oh, we have an angry puppet. Mr. Angry Puppet, why are you so angry?
I'm so angry. My sister broke down my Lego tower. I was working so hard. I want to scream. Ah!
Please calm down, calm down. Okay. Actually, maybe we can send you to some Parsha themed anger management classes.
Anger management classes? Will that help me for my anger?
Yes, it will help you calm down. Instead of being so angry, you could be happy.
Oh, yes, I would like to be happy. How could the Parsha teach me how to be happy?
In this week's Parsha, as you see over here behind me, Moshe Rabbeinu makes an investigation and he gets angry because he notices that one of the holy karbanos, one of the holy offerings of that day was actually burnt.
Burnt? Oh no, like someone burnt the toast?
Well, sort of. They were supposed to eat the offerings. The Kohanim were supposed to eat pieces of the offerings. And Moshe had to tell the Kohanim to eat those offerings, even though they were sad that Nadav and Avihu died that day. Hashem wanted them to eat the offerings anyway.
Okay, so they shouldn't have burnt it. Yeah, Moshe should have got angry at them and yelled at them. Why didn't he yell at them?
Well, the Torah says Moshe investigated very well about why the sin offering of Rosh Chodesh was, the bull, the goat. Moshe investigated very well why the goat of Rosh Chodesh was burnt.
Ah, okay. And what did he find out?
Well, first of all, we could learn how to respect a person's feelings even when you're angry at them.
How?
Well, Moshe didn't go and blame it on his brother Aaron. First, he went to Aaron's sons to show respect to Moshe and not accuse him, to go to the younger ones and ask them questions. Elazar, Isamar, maybe something happened that these offerings became impure. They were taken out of the Mishkan, and they were not allowed to be eaten if they came out of the Mishkan, because special holy sacrifices were only allowed to be eaten in a holy place. Maybe that's why you burnt it.
Oh, was that what happened?
No, that's not what happened. They were quiet. They said no. And Moshe asked many questions, but none of those questions happened. There was no reason to burn it.
So did Moshe then yell at them?
No. Actually, Aaron, Moshe's brother, spoke up.
Wait, I thought Moshe was speaking to his nephews, Elazar and Isamar, not Aaron.
Well, that's just it. Moshe really wanted to ask these questions to Aaron, but Moshe was, out of respect, speaking to Aaron's sons. Aaron's sons didn't answer Moshe because they said, how should we speak in front of our father? That's not respectful. So they stayed quiet.
Oh wow, we learned so much respect over here, even when people are angry.
That's correct. Even when you're angry, you should still be respectful.
And what happened next?
Well, Aaron answered Moshe and explained himself. And he said, Moshe, my brother, even though you told us that we're supposed to eat all of the offerings, today something bad happened to me.
Yes, he lost his 2 sons.
And the offerings that you told me to eat were the offerings for the special 8th day. But the offering that was burnt was not an offering for the 8th day. It was an offering to celebrate Rosh Chodesh.
Uh-huh. Oh, Rosh Chodesh is not a one-time thing. Rosh Chodesh happens every month.
That's right. So Aaron told Moshe, I don't think Hashem would like it if I ate his Rosh Chodesh offering while I'm sad about my sons. Even though you told me I'm allowed to eat the offering for the 8th day, because Hashem didn't want to ruin the party for the 8th day, still, the Rosh Chodesh offering could wait for another Rosh Chodesh.
Oh, and what did Moshe say?
Well, guess what? Moshe actually realized that Aaron, his brother, was right.
So he didn't yell at him? Oh, he must have been so embarrassed.
Actually, no. You know what Moshe did? Moshe said to Aaron, I forgot this law. Thank you for reminding me.
Wow.
What a humble person. Yes, the Torah says Moshe was the most humble from anyone on the earth.
Amazing. Well, now I will know what to do when I get angry at my sister. I will calmly make investigations and be respectful even when I'm angry.
That is right. Thank you for learning with us. Hello, everybody, and where are we?
Hi, Rabbi Wagshul. Welcome to the zoo.
The zoo? Chaim, we're in the middle of a Parsha lesson. Why are you taking us to the zoo?
Well, I came to the zoo to learn about the Parsha.
To learn about the Parsha in the zoo? How are we going to learn about the Parsha in the zoo?
We're going to learn the laws of kosher and non-kosher animals, of course.
We see over here some animals that are kosher. You see over there, this animal, the cow, has a split hoof and it chews its cud.
Oh, and other animals like the wolf over there, he has paws, he doesn't have hooves, and he doesn't chew his cud.
So only animals that have those two signs, they have split feet, like those animals, and they chew their food twice. They chew their food, they swallow it, and they bring it back up to their mouth, and they chew it again. Only those animals are kosher. That's right. Wow. You know, I heard a very nice Dvar Torah about that, Chaim. Would you like to hear it?
Of course I would.
When you have split hooves, so it's like sort of like the animal has two hooves. It has 2 feet. It reminds us that our feet are actions that should be with double energy. We should, when we're running to do mitzvahs, we should run quick. We should always try to do extra and more. When the animal chews its food, it takes it inside and makes it better and makes it more refined and nice so that it could give nutrition, give energy to his body. When we're taking something inside of us, when we are focusing on our inside, on our character, we have to work extra hard to chew over every idea very well and think if what we're going to do, what we're thinking inside, what we're feeling inside, is it the right thing? And we have to not get angry right away. We have to chew over and think over and use our mind to think before we act.
Wow, that is a very nice lesson. Thank you, Rabbi Wagshul. Look over here. We have the camel, the rabbit, the hyrax.
Wow, what about all these animals?
And the pig, of course. What? Did you make that noise?
No, not me. Must have been a pig. What's so special about those animals? Why does the Torah mention those animals?
Well, those are the animals, of all the animals in the whole world, that only have one kosher sign out of 2.
What?
Yeah, the camel chews its cud.
The camel chews its cud.
And the hare and the hyrax also look like they're chewing their cud when they chew.
Wow.
But they don't have split hooves, so Hashem tells us, don't be fooled and don't eat them.
Cool, Chaim. What about the pig?
Well, the pig has split hooves.
What? A piggy has split hooves?
Yes, it looks kosher on the outside.
Yeah, but it's not kosher. I know pigs are not kosher, right?
No, siree. Not until Mashiach comes.
Until Mashiach? What do you mean? A pig is going to be kosher when Mashiach comes?
Well, according to the Talmud, it's the name of a pig is called a chazer.
A chazer, right?
Comes from the word chozer, to return. When Mashiach comes, the chazer will return to us and become kosher again.
Whoa, that is crazy. I had no idea. So the chazer is kosher on the outside. The pig is kosher on the outside, but inside it's not kosher. It does not chew its cud. So it's fooling us.
That's right. It reminds us of a faker. The Talmud says it reminds us of Esav, the wicked Esav, the father of Edom, that used to pretend to be such a big tzaddik, so nice on the outside, and then do bad things when no one was looking.
Oh, that's not a good midah. That's why we don't exactly like the chazer too much. We don't exactly get along with him. Right? He's really considered a symbol of a treif, non-kosher animal because of that fake way he acts.
That's right.
And you know, Chaim, a nice lesson that we learn from this, well, we have to be very careful what we eat, what we put into our bodies, because our job is to bring down Hashem's presence in the world by doing mitzvahs and learning Torah. And we can't do that if our neshama, if our soul is not healthy. And eating kosher foods makes our neshama, our soul, healthy. But eating not kosher foods takes away our connection with holiness and purity, and we can't do our mission. So it's very important for a Jew to not only be healthy with his body, but be healthy for his soul by not eating any of the foods that Hashem tells us not to eat in this week's Parsha. Chaim, where are we now? Don't tell me you're taking me fishing to learn about the Parsha. Yes, actually, we learn about the laws of kosher fish in the Parsha. Kosher fish? Wow. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Look, I think someone's about to catch a fish over there. So, Chaim, quick, tell me, how do we know if the fish is kosher? Well, let's take a look. If the fish has fins, what are fins? You know, those little things on the top of the fish and on the tail of the fish and on the sides that help him swim. Things that stick out of the fish, and if you rub them the wrong way, you can get poked by them. Oh, wow. Not all fish have those. Yep. The fish have to have fins and scales. Even if the scales fall off while it's in the water, it's still kosher. Oh, cool. Very interesting. And we could learn a lesson, Rabbi Wagshel. Do you want to hear a Dvar Torah that I learned about the fins and scales? Yes, sure, Chaim. I'm sure the kids would like to hear it. Well, when a fish has fins and scales, that reminds a Jewish person that we have to have two special things. We have to have fins, just like a fish swims with its fins. It could swim even against the water. If the water is rushing one way, like this, the fish could swim against it. The fish doesn't have to get pushed downstream. What does that teach us? That teaches us that even if the whole world is not behaving in a certain way or going in one direction, we Jewish people have to use our spiritual fins to go the other way and do the right thing that Hashem wants. Thank you so much, Chaim. That's smart. What about the scales? The scales are protecting the fish. They protect him like a coat of armor protects a knight. Cool. And we have to have a protection by learning Torah and doing mitzvahs to protect us from negative influences that will influence us in the world. Wow. Chaim, you are amazing. Thank you for that Dvar Torah. I'm sure the kids will really use that. Chaim, what are we doing now? What are you looking at? I'm bird watching. Bird watching? What? Chaim, this is the middle of Parsha class. It's not time to be bird watching. I have to go bird watching to learn about the Parsha. Actually, there are no signs of a kosher bird written in the Torah, although there are some midrabanan, rabbinically, that are brought down in the Talmud. Really? But most birds are kosher. Most birds are kosher. But the Torah lists all the birds that are not kosher. How many are those? Quite a long list, actually. You want to hear it? Sure. Well, over here we have the griffin vulture. The griffin vulture. The bearded vulture. The bearded vulture. The osprey. The kite. The buzzard family. The buzzard family, like bzzz. No. It's like a type of a vulture. Okay. The raven. The ostrich. The tachmas. The tachmas? What's a tachmas? A gull. The gull? Like a seagull? Those things that come on the beach? Not kosher. The hawk. Ooh, those are sharp-clawed birds. The owl. Who? I said the owl. Who? The owl. Oh, you're making a joke. Hoo. You got my joke, right? The cormorant, the roller, the stork, the heron family, the hoopoe. Hoopie? No, hoopoe. I don't know how to say it. The bat. Oh, you want to play ball? No, the bat, the bat, that flying insect, a flying creature, like it looks like sort of like a flying mouse. Oh my gosh, yes, a bat, okay. And any flying insect that walks on 4 legs, so if it walks on 5 legs, it's kosher? Yep. Whoa, that's crazy. There's also kosher locusts. Kosher locusts? Wow, hopping locusts. How do you find a kosher locust? Well, it's very hard. These days we don't eat locusts because we don't know which one it is. But the Torah says, technically, if the insect has 4 legs and 2 big jumping legs higher than its body, like the locust, there are certain varieties that are kosher, like the red locust, the yellow locust, the spotted gray locust, or the white locust families. Oh, but because we don't know these days which one is called those names, so we just don't eat them. Yeah, but I heard that there are some Jews who have a tradition from many years ago that they know which ones are kosher. Wow, that is pretty interesting. Hello, everybody, and today we're going to learn about the laws of kashrut. And as we can see, help, eek, a mouse. Well, oh, please calm down. We're trying to have a Parsha puppet show here. There's a mouse, I'm scared. Oh, are you scared of mice? No, I'm not scared of mice. So why are you screaming so much? I'm scared that the mouse is going to touch my food and make it tameh, make it impure. The Torah says that 8 type of creepy crawly creatures could make you impure. Oh, which would you like to tell us about which one they are so we can learn in our Parsha class? Yes, the weasel, the mouse, the hedgehog, the toad family, the chameleon, the lizard, the snail, and the mole. Oh, there they are back there. What a coincidence. So that's why you were scared. You didn't want them to touch your food. That's right. Well, actually, you'll be happy to know that Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon, the Rambam, says that it's okay for a regular Jew to touch, to eat food that has come into contact with something that's impure, or have dishes that have come into contact with something that's impure. Oh, really? Yeah, that's only for Kohanim who are eating special holy foods in the Beis HaMikdash. They have to worry about that. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, the Rambam also mentions, of course, that there were extra holy people who wanted to come close to Hashem, that they did worry about those things, but that's only once we get the basic mitzvahs done and we're doing what we're supposed to do, then we could think about coming even greater and always advancing in our service of Hashem. Oh, thank you so much, Rabbi. Okay, I'm not so scared about that mouse now. Hey, Chaim, don't tell me you're learning about Parsha in the swimming pool. No, I'm not going to the swimming pool. That's a mikveh. A mikveh? What are you going to a mikveh? A mikveh is a place that the Torah says that there's a pool of water, that a collection of rainwater will make you pure if you get impure. Did you become impure? Yeah, I touched a dead battery. Oh, Chaim, dead batteries, that doesn't make you impure. No, I was reading the Parsha and it says if you touch a dead body, then you become impure. A dead body, but not a dead battery. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Chaim, you silly puppet. Actually, first of all, even if you touched a dead animal, these laws apply in the times when we had a Beis HaMikdash if you wanted to go to the Beis HaMikdash. But you don't have to go to the Beis HaMikdash right now, so you don't have to go to the mikvah if you touched a dead animal. Oh, I didn't know that. That's true. Actually, there's a lot of laws about purity right now in the Parsha that apply only in the times of the Beis HaMikdash. For example, if an impure creature falls into a vessel or clothing, it must be put in the mikvah, and it's impure until evening. If also, Torah tells us that if impure thing like a dead mouse falls into an earthenware vessel, it has to be broken. It's tameh. But if it touches it on the outside, it's still pure. Oh, interesting. Well, there's another halacha, Chaim. What's that? That when food will not become impure until it gets wet. Nothing in the Torah is random. Even that halacha, I learned a beautiful teaching of the Lubavitcher Rebbe that he explained that even from that halacha, we could learn a special lesson in serving Hashem. Oh, please tell me. I would like to know. Well, you see, water has 2 special qualities. Water comes down from a high place to a low place. And a Jewish person, when we learn our Torah, we have to bring it down and make it real in this world and connect it and teach it to others and bring the Torah to them. Oh, and water also connects things. It binds things together. We have to connect with our friends, with our other fellow Jews, in a spirit of loving our fellow Jews. And then holiness can rest on us. But whenever there's holiness, that's when the impurity starts to come. So if the impurity sees that a Jew is wet, meaning he's loving others and teaching others Torah, then he tries to come and mess it up. That's why food could only become impure once it becomes wet. It also tells us that an earthenware oven has to be broken. However, if you don't want to cook holy foods in it, you can still keep it. Oh, that's a relief. Hello everybody, and we're here back to learn about the Parsha. Where on earth are we? We are in a special market selling very nice creatures. What kind of creatures? It says over there, centipedes for sale, creepy crawly lizards. Ugh, disgusting. The Torah calls those an abomination. Anything that goes on its belly like a snake or a scorpion on 4 legs, a creepy insect where Jewish people are not allowed to eat. Don't you know that? Yes, I know that. So don't want to sell me centipedes. That's gross. Who would eat that? Actually, the Torah says in the end of Parsha Shemini that we should not make ourselves impure and disgusting by eating these things, because I am Hashem your God, who is holy, and you should be holy like me. Oh, yes, okay. Let's get out of here. I don't want to be impure. That's right. And actually, boys and girls, the Torah says, I am Hashem who brought you out of Mitzrayim. If it was just for this mitzvah of not eating creepy crawly insects and disgusting things that the Jews were brought out of Mitzrayim, Hashem would have been happy that it was worth it to take them out of Mitzrayim. Oh wow, that is so interesting. And boys and girls, I want to tell you guys that thank God we're given this mitzvah, because these days we see that there was this really scary virus that everybody was dealing with, and according to a lot of people, it came from eating certain type of impure insects like bats and things that Jewish people are not allowed to eat. And of course, many people, even Jewish people, got sick from that. And we ask Hashem to bless all those people who are sick with a speedy recovery. Oh yes, particularly, Rabbi Wagshel, what is your brother-in-law's name? Oh yes, my brother-in-law, Rafal Shlomo ben Miriam, should have Refuah Shalema, and his son Aryeh Mendel ben Chayesar should have Refuah Shalema, and David ben Shoshana, and so many Jews that we know all over the world that are suffering from this terrible illness should all feel better and should all get rid of this terrible virus, and the merit of keeping the kosher laws and not eating any of these creepy crawlies that we have in the Parsha. And Hashem should make us again His holy nation and bring us back to the third Beis HaMikdash in Yerushalayim with Mashiach now. Mashiach. Hey, why are you singing about Mashiach, Rabbi Wagshel? It's Parsha Shemini. It's a Parsha class. Well, like I said in the beginning, Parsha Shemini, number 8, is a very Mashiach number. The harp of Mashiach will have 8 strings, because when Mashiach comes, we'll be like 8 higher than nature. Wow, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Good Shabbos, everyone.
It's time to say good Shabbos, 'cause all your work is done. I'm gonna spend